and if it's really sunny, what I tend to go to a different style of pack just because with that bubble in the front, depending on the cover, if it's shady or if it's direct sun, sometimes it gets a little bit warm, but he is a black cat and I find that he gets warm a lot faster than my other kitty who's not black just because it all absorbs to him. So yeah, I enjoy it for that aspect. I've seen those bubble backpacks that it's like just the clear bubble around the
Backpack.
front of the pack. And I feel like if you're in a environment that is really sunny or really hot, those might overheat a little bit more than this style that has the mesh ventilation on the side.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Mhm.
Can you unmute me?
Yes. All right. Thank you. Hi. I'm sorry about that. Okay. And so let me see about some other questions we have here. Someone was asking, do you try calling first to make sure places are cat friendly or pet friendly? You know, I'm going to be honest here. Everybody says, you know, you should call ahead, see if they're pet friendly. For the most part, if there's outdoor seating, I just take my cat and I just you take her anyways. If we're outside, if we're inside, like in a coffee shop or something, usually I just keep her in the backpack the entire time and we don't stay terribly long anyway. But the good rule of thumb is to just double check. Usually if I see something that's dog friendly, I just assume it's cat friendly. I don't ever, you know, say, oh, maybe cats aren't okay. But yes. So let's see, if you have multiple backpacks, how do you make sure your kitty feels equally safe in all of them? That is a good question here. I have multiple backpacks. I have a couple of, well, I have two of the Fat Cat backpacks because I like the different colors and sometimes you want to wear a different one. I also have the Navigator backpack here. And for me, I just will say the reason why I have more than one backpack, not just for, you know, it's fun and the different colors, is I use them for different purposes. So I use kind of the Fat Cat more when we're out in the city, we're doing city adventures, and then the Navigator I use more when we're hiking. But one of the ways that I keep Lady sort of safe and happy and loving all of them is I just keep them out. So during the day, she will even just jump into one of them because she knows that's just a place to be and a place to sit. And that I also rotate the backpacks in a way. So, for example, I'm not like always using this backpack and then one day suddenly I pick up another one. You know, I kind of make sure that they're all getting some sort of equal love and smells. So she's always happy with certain any backpack she'll be comfortable with. So would you like to say anything, Doug?
So what was the question again?
Just about kind of backpacks and like switching backpacks.
So I really pretty much have the Navigator, but it's hanging on the wall right now, and I really I always feed them treats in there. I've got like catnip sprinkled in there sometimes, so it's just, you know, it's always a safe, comfortable place. Like some of my kittens like to take naps in there, so it's just like a general cat community pod that's just on my wall at all times. So, you know, when we go out, Siduri just, you know, she knows it's her safe space if she wants to go back in her bag, or, you know, for hiking or whatever, she, you know, she can drop down in there or she can perch up and like hang out by there, you know, like perched up and, you know, look out to see what, you know, check out squirrels and rabbits and all that.
Yes, exactly. That is a really good point about backpacks is honestly, when you're at home, it can be just another cat bed, a place for them to sit, a place for them to smell. It is really important that their backpack smells like them and their home and their safe space, so that they'll be more inclined to go in there. And as Doug said, some of the ways to get your cats to go in there is to, you know, use treats. You can also use toys, catnip as well. Just the act of even just having it around all the time and it being in a common space where you are, that is great. Okay, let's see. My boy Caesar is a medium size and his sister's on the smaller side. Which backpack do you recommend? Honestly, the Fat Cat is the one that will hold, well, the Navigator too, kind of, and still will hold more than one cat. It's honestly more personal preference. I know the fat cat is more marketed towards carrying more than one cat, but in the Navigator, I carried 2 cats, but they're just fine. It's kind of more personal preference. Some cats, they want, you know, a bigger space to kind of hang out and be. Some cats, they want a smaller space to hang out and be. It's just kind of a personal preference to the cat and their owner.
Something with the Navigator to add is they have clips attachments for two attachment points. So if you have 2 kitties in the Navigator pack, that works out really well.
Yes. Let's see. Let me just see. All right. So we do have about 5 minutes. I just want to say that very quickly for my own self. Let's see. So how about once your cat's used to it in the house, and now you're going to take your cat outside, but they're kind of nervous. Do you guys have any advice for kind of those first times when they're finally ready to go outside and they do, but they're just a bit nervous? Oh, Melissa, I don't know how to unmute you. I'm very sorry. But Doug or
Yeah, so for us, we basically did when we got Saduri, she was about 6 weeks old, but we basically did an hour walk every day, and just walked around the neighborhood. Like I said, same thing with everything else, like treats. Cats are very food responsive, so just always have some treats available. Nice calm like areas. If she hates music for whatever reason, like she hates like live music, she'll listen to like there's a DJ or something she's fine in the area. But if there's like someone playing guitar, she's like wants to smash it. So just knowing your cat's comfort level too. Like some cats don't like to be around cars, so she jumps back in the backpack. So like when we're out in the woods though, further out, she's back and she wants to be out and about. So it's really just learning what your cat is comfortable with, and finding out what makes them happy. Some people try to like force their cats into situations. I'm like, well, that cat doesn't really look like they're enjoying that part of it, but why don't you find something that they do? So like if they like to be out in the woods and more quiet, just focus what they want to do as opposed to what you want to do.
I think that's so important.
Was more or less that was because like even for Ollie, who is sleeping in the bag, he's very anxious. He's a very anxious cat. So when we started just by walking in the backyard, and then it turned into us moving the backpack kind of in the back there, and he would kind of run into it if he felt something or whatever. I did try to take him across the street, and I instantly noticed just by his body language that he was not ready. So we stay on the property as of now, and I do a lot of posting about it, so we're hoping that we'll get off property this summer.
I feel like it's always an adventure when I think it's so important to respect your cat and their body language and their comfort levels. Sometimes it's easy to want to keep pushing because you're like, oh, we could do this one thing, and if they realize it's positive, it's going to be fun. But sometimes the cats just aren't into it, and that's okay. And some days your cat might love to go out in the backpack, and other days they might absolutely hate it. But it doesn't mean that they hate the backpack. It just means that it's just not the right day or the right adventure or the right location for them. Something I learned with Ruger. He lets me know when he's not ready to be out and about, and that's okay. So that's one thing about cats where they're a little bit different than dogs. Like they're a little more finicky, I feel, when it's about going out for adventuring. Like they want to do what they want to do. So we just have to, bend to that a little bit.
Yes, it's so important to listen to your cats. Oh, go ahead, Melissa.
Sorry, I was going to say that's what the treats are really, really, really helpful for. I was noticing Christine for Sweet Baby Boy Salem for high value treats. Like make sure you choose things that they really, really like and that they'll actually come to you for. I find that even with my cats, like they're very, very food motivated, but there's certain treats that are like just, they will come from a dead sleep for them. So.
These guys.
These little true juicy bites, or the true tubes, or tiki tubes.
These ones. Yeah.
I pulled them out and now they're all coming.
Yes, I have a whole. I put mine in a glass jar, so got these right here. The true are so good, and also for keeping them hydrated as well. I buy some of my treats online because I can't find them anywhere else. But then Some of them I get in my local pet stores. So yes. And the thing about dogs, someone said something about dogs really quick. We're running out of time, but I think they were asking about backpacks and dogs. And I would just want to share my experience is that anytime I see a dog, I always scoop Lady and stick her in the backpack and onto my back. And I make it so that she cannot see the dog and the dog cannot see her. And I also just alert the owner that, hey, I just so you know, I have a cat. Lady does not like dogs. Unfortunately, I don't have any friends with dogs. So getting her used to dogs and kind of training her with dogs has not happened yet. So at this point, I just have to kind of make it so that neither of them see each other. She's safe, the dog's safe, and the owner can just kind of keep on walking and then I'll come on behind. So it is 10:45. I do believe that we are moving on to the next sessions. If you'd like to stay in this room, you absolutely can. I just put in the chat, the Google Docs, so you can see kind of the sessions that are coming up next. I believe in this room, it's going to be car travel, van life, and hotels. And so you're welcome to stay here. If you'd like to go somewhere else, please do go ahead. And Ian, thank you so much for the link. And absolutely follow Doug, follow Youper the Adventure Cat, follow Double the Ginger. I'm at Copious Cats, and thank you guys for coming to Backpack Training 101.